One AC unit on 20 amp and two on 30 amp. Soft Start RV, you're gonna rock our world this summer. Hey Glampers, welcome back. We are about to install two Soft Start RVs onto our Tandera 320 RL. One of the issues with it was because of COVID and the issues with getting parts, we have two different AC units. So we have a Dometic Brisk 2 on the back and a Dometic Penguin on the front. We do have our Soft Start RVs, comes with an installation kit. I did download the correct directions. One of the best things that Soft Start RV does is they supply support via telephone. So today I'm going to be calling Bob, one of their workers. He's just going to walk me through this. Now we are in the garage, so it's cold, but I want to do this now so we don't have to worry about it this spring while we're out camping and enjoying ourselves. So this is our Dometic Brisk. Before we've done anything, I've already removed the solenoid there, and this right here is our compressor. I've already removed the cap. Just trying to get as much done as possible. My issue is, where am I going to put my Soft Start RV? Where am I going to mount it? That's going to be my issue, so we'll figure that out. There might be space here. I had a ticket in for support for an install.
First of all, tell me what kind of ACs you got.
Well, the one I'm working on currently is Dometic Brisk, and the numbers, you did have numbers for it. It's a B59516.
Well, on the Brisk, you've got actually more than one place. I'm going to say it's a more popular place. The Soft Start can go horizontal, vertical, upside down, right side up. It really doesn't matter. Now, that said, the one thing that you do need to know is if you have a unit, you have to put it on the bottom, or if you felt like the only way you could do it was where the wires were pointing up instead of down. Remember, it's not waterproof where the wires go in, so you would need to get a tube of silicone and pump it in around the wires. Also, the sticky on the back, if you have a nice flat surface to put it on, it'll stick to that quite nicely. You don't need to use screws at all.
Yeah, so as I look at this, it's completely covered in a black, styrofoam.
Is this a brand new unit you're working on?
Oh yeah, we got it back in June.
Are you able to take a picture and text it to me on this phone?
Yeah.
So why don't you do this? You have the top off, get right over top of it looking straight down and give me a shot of putting the whole thing from the top down. And let's see what you're working with, because they keep adding styrofoam on every new model.
But I just didn't think it would be smart to attach it to the styrofoam. If we can attach it to styrofoam, I'm good.
And the reality is, if the only problem with styrofoam, if you attach it to a piece that has to be moved, then you got a problem. But if it's a permanent styrofoam, if you will, yeah, you can get away with it.
Okay, I just didn't know if it would stick and.
Oh, it'll stick just fine.
Okay, so I do have a spot, I believe, over by the compressor. There's an indent.
Normally there is a place you can put it right next to the compressor going, vertically.
Yeah, I can put it up and down.
Now, do you have a heat pump in that or not?
Not in this one.
What you need to expose is the electric box inside of that thing. That's really the only thing you need to get to on this one.
Yeah.
So the electric box, the metal box where all the wires go in.
And I've already got that open. And I took the cap off of the compressor too, because one of the directions says to take the cap off. Yeah, I got that off.
There's really no looking inside. I mean, you're looking inside, but it's just the whole thing there. So on that back wall, does it have a relay? Okay, the best way to figure this out, on top of your compressor, you got a red, white, blue wire.
I've got red, white, blue, and then another, I think it's green.
Okay, that other one's a jumper, don't worry about it.
Okay,
so you got red, white, and blue, so follow the blue compressor wire and make sure you have the right wire, follow it all the way to where it lands, and then you need to tell me where it lands.
Yeah, it goes to a relay on the far side, opposite side of where this capacitor is.
Okay, there's not an easier one to do than this one. So
Good.
Here's what you do. You're going to feed all 5 soft start wires into the box. So you got to find a hole in the back that they'll go in. Okay.
But man, getting them through there is going to be difficult. Just do a couple at a time here.
Take your time, I'm not.
First one's through. Now it's just to get the rest. Blue is through. Last one. All right, they're all through.
The red and brown are going to go to the relay, and the other 3 are going on top of the run capacitor, the soda can, bigger one.
Okay, so the relay is on the other side, so they shouldn't be through this hole.
Really?
Yeah, the relay, if what I showed you where the blue goes,
Yeah.
it's on the opposite side. If you look at those pictures,
Well, that's really different from any.
yeah, the relays, it's not on the side of the capacitor, it's on the other side.
Red and brown are going over to the relay.
Because it doesn't look like I can undo any wires on this relay.
On the relay?
Yeah, they are covered up. So all those wires, they run straight.
Okay, well, that's all right. We'll just do it differently then.
Yeah,
That's
they
not a
run,
problem.
because they go down to a box that has a coupler on it.
Okay, well, we'll do it on top of the compressor. That's option B, no problem. So you've already got the top off the compressor. So your blue wire on top of the compressor is an overload, and it's kind of a moves around kind of funky thing. In your accessory bag that came with the soft start,
Yep,
there should be a little black jumper wire in there.
there is.
In addition to the male and female connectors that are in there, are there any flag connectors? So stick one of those on your brown soft start wire. I had to ask because the kits are evolving and I never know for sure which one you get.
Okay, so I've got the red done and I got the brown done. One has a male and one has the flag.
Alright, so on top of the compressor, pull the blue wire off.
All right, blue wire's off.
Okay, so take the brown wire and put it where you pulled the blue one off, but make sure that the wire itself is pointing in the same direction as the red and white wire so they exit the cap in the same location.
Okay, but this one you told me to put a flag on, and it's got the angled piece off of it.
Oh no, that's not a flag, that's a piggyback. So just go ahead and snip that off, and in your bag grab a little black jumper wire.
Okay, so snip off the one I put on brown. I put the wrong one on, so you want me to snip that off?
Yep, and then you're going to want to put a male connector on it.
Oh, so I'm putting the black jumper wire on there. Okay.
Put the black jumper wire on it. If you notice, it has a flag connector on one end that looks just like that blue wire you took off.
All right, so I have a male on the brown now.
You're going to take that jumper that has the flag just like on that blue compressor wire, looks just like that.
Yep,
You're going to
Attach it.
Have you pulled the blue off?
I have.
Okay, so now put that black jumper wire on that post, but make sure it going the same way as the red and white, so when you put the cap back on, they all come out in the same place.
All right, got it.
Put that cap back on now. Black is going to stick out the hole, the blue is going to be completely out from under the cap.
Gotcha.
You can bend it back so it does not go back under the cap.
Yep. All right, cap's on. I just got a finger tied. I'll tighten it later.
Take the brown soft start, you're going to plug it into the end of the black jumper.
Okay, so put the brown to the black.
Take your red that you put a male connector on
Yep.
and plug it into the blue wire you pulled off, the compressor wire. Okay, we're done with that part of it. Now let's go over to the capacitor. You've got 3 terminals on top of that compressor. Each one has multiple posts.
Okay, yeah, I've got 3 terminals, multiple posts. There's 3 on one terminal and then 1 on the other 2.
So here's what you're going to do. You got to follow the white wire from the compressor and follow it all the way to the top of that capacitor. Make sure you get the right one because you got 3 white ones on there and you got to get the right one.
Okay, I'm pulling. I got it.
Okay, as soon as you're sure you got the right wire, pull it off of there.
Okay, white one's off.
Okay, now put a male connector on the blue soft start wire.
Gotcha.
Take that male connector and plug it into that white wire you just pulled off. That's the compressor wire.
All right, done.
All right, now take your yellow soft start. You got 2 left, yellow and black.
Yep.
Put a female on both of them.
On both.
You pulled that white compressor wire off, right?
Yep.
And plugged it into the blue. So take the black soft start and put it on that post that the white one was pulled off of. Take the black one next to the red one that's by itself on another post. The yellow soft start goes on the other terminal next to that white wire terminal. Has a red wire that's coming from the compressor on it.
Yeah, well, I've got two different colors. I have to inform you, I am a little colorblind. So one says fan.
Okay, yeah, that's not the one you want. That's the brown wire. Should be
Okay,
the
so
dark.
that's brown. That's not red.
Yeah, right.
The other one, I was thinking it was orange, but okay. So does it matter which terminal?
Nope.
Okay.
As long as it's on the same terminal, we don't care which post.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha. It's on.
All right, you're done.
Sweet. That's it, huh?
So
Now we
what
just-
you need to do, make sure that your wires are all clear of any fan or the fan blade or anything that they might get tangled in.
Yep.
And once you're sure of that, then it's time to test it.
Okay, so we got the rear finished, but we couldn't really finish it because, of course, in Ohio it's cold, and we couldn't get our temperature warm enough to get the compressor to kick on. So as soon as I get this done, we're going to turn the heat on in the rig and get it heated up so we can turn the ACs on and see and make sure that they're working. You have to check and verify a green light on the soft start comes on.
3 hours later.
So you just saw the install of the soft start RVs, and it was really cold when we installed them, but this is the next weekend, literally, and we are camping, and it's in the 70s, so we're going to try out the soft start RVs on 30 amp. So basically I'm going to go switch over from 50 to 30 amp. We're going to see what we can do. And we all know that we can run one on 30 amp, so we're going to get that one started. Auto cool. Set it at 55. I'll listen for the compressor. Now we're going to try the second one up in the bedroom. We have the second AC running on 30 amp. That's what RV Soft Start's all about. Being able to run both of them on 30 amp. Cool? Never literally. Cool.